Since ancient times, humans have raised their heads to the sky, looking at that distant red dot and asking the same question that has puzzled humanity for centuries. Are we alone in this universe? And what turned the planet Mars into a barren, lifeless desert where nothing exists except dust and storms? For many years, the answer was clear. Mars is a dead planet, frozen for billions of years. But in recent years, everything began to change. Thanks to the advanced rover Perseverance, something was discovered that confused scientists around the world and made them hold their breath. They did not only discover traces of ancient water, nor just ordinary gases. They found the evidence they had been searching for a very long time. Hidden inside a small rock, a rock that could change human history and change our view of the entire universe. The story begins when the Perseverance rover, equipped with advanced scientific laboratories, landed in a place known as Jezero Crater. This site was not chosen randomly, but because scientists are certain that it was once a massive lake fed by a large valley that poured water into it. Today, we know that the presence of water on Earth means the presence of life. And if life ever existed on Mars, this crater would be the first place to search. One summer day, while the rover was in a region known as Neretva Valley, it stopped in front of a rock that initially appeared completely ordinary, amid a sea of red rocks. Scientists later named it Chayava Falls. But when the cameras moved closer and careful examination began, the surprise appeared. The rock was not entirely red like other Martian rocks, but contained bright white veins. These veins are calcium sulfate, a clear indication that water once flowed through this rock in large quantities. But the real surprise was not the water alone. It was what was found inside those white veins. Small circular spots were observed, resembling the skin of a leopard, and scientists named them leopard spots. To us, they may seem ordinary, but to geologists and microbiologists, these spots are a true treasure. Why? Because we find the same spots on Earth, inside ancient red rocks, similar to those on Mars, and they are produced by bacterial activity. Microbes feed on the iron found in rocks, consume it to obtain energy, and leave behind light-colored spots surrounded by distinctive rings. And when we find the same shape, with the same chemical composition, and the same elements such as iron and phosphate on Mars, we are faced with two dangerous possibilities. Either nature on Mars is imitating life in an astonishing way, or we are looking at the first evidence of microscopic extraterrestrial organisms that lived and died billions of years ago. And that is not all. The Perseverance rover is equipped with an instrument called Sherlock, capable of analyzing and detecting organic materials. The instrument confirmed the presence of complex organic molecules inside the rock, which are the basic building blocks of life as we know it. It is true that organic materials can form without life, but when they are found together with water and with these strange spots, the picture becomes disturbing and beautiful at the same time. Three pieces of evidence in one place: water, organic materials, and traces of biochemical reactions. Imagine the scene 3.5 billion years ago. Mars was not a desert. It had a thick atmosphere, a blue sky, and rivers carrying water, mud, and minerals. In those waters, microscopic living organisms may have existed, living inside rocks. But over time, Mars lost its atmosphere, the water dried up, and everything froze. Those organisms were buried in mud, preserved like a time capsule, until they were discovered in 2024. But does this mean we have truly found life? The honest answer: not yet. Science requires undeniable proof. And the rover's tools, despite their advancement, remain limited compared to Earth's laboratories. There is still a small possibility that these spots were formed by non-biological chemical reactions. For this reason, NASA, in cooperation with the European Space Agency, is working on the most dangerous space mission in history, returning samples from Mars to Earth. Perseverance drilled a portion of the rock, sealed it inside a secure titanium tube, and placed it on the surface of Mars. In the future, a small rocket will be launched from Mars itself to carry the sample to a spacecraft that will bring it back to Earth. There, inside isolated laboratories, the rock will be analyzed with unprecedented precision. And if microbial cell walls are found, humanity will announce for the first time in history, life on Mars has been proven. And if life is confirmed to have originated on both Earth and Mars, this would mean that life in the universe is not an exception, but a rule. Perhaps the universe is full of life, and we simply have not yet learned how to communicate with it. Until then, Perseverance will continue working alone amid dust and cold, collecting pieces of the truth. And the next time you look at the sky and see that red star, remember that there is a robot searching for the greatest secret in the history of existence.